Hello, my name is Mike Cross. Obviously, I am a senior in the EXDM program, and for my summer internship, and in order to graduate, I chose to complete a internship with Family Search over the summer. It's been fantastic. I've absolutely loved it. I've just received a lot of positive feedback from the work I've done, and very grateful for my team. But let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, I worked on a wide variety of different projects from planning events to um, more marketing. So planning marketing events to designing specific um, project ideas and different things and collaborating with different departments other than just marketing. So those were great. So to just explain these photos, in the middle there, you can see the team that we had as we were helping out at the big YSA conference for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It was awesome. I was able to help sit in on planning meetings for that, and I eventually participated in helping put on the VR experience. So I got really good at explaining how people were able to do that and interacting with individuals during that time. It was a lot of fun. If you go to the top right, you can see the event we also held up at BYU Idaho, and we call that Proyecto Mexico. And we basically just had this big, huge family history party of sorts to get people motivated to help us build the Mexico family tree. And it was a ton of fun. The bottom right was something else that I also helped work on. So a bunch of EXDM students, along with Camilla Hodge, came up and presented to Family Search professionals with certain ideas that they had come up with. And so during that time, I was there not presenting, but to take photos and to take notes of things they were reporting on. On the bottom left, throughout this entire internship, I have been creating various videos to instruct people, whether it be on how to use Ordinances Ready or tree building using Family Search. So I made tons of those, and I'm pretty sure I included some more examples, so you'll see those as I keep moving forward. But my biggest project, and I'm still actively working on it, would probably have to be the collaboration efforts that I've been forwarding between Family Search and BYU's AI department. So with this, I've been collaborating with Family Search professionals and professors in the BYU CS department that are helping to organize capstone projects for AI students that are studying this. And so I'll dive into details a little bit more later, but in short, um, we're trying to, and we already have approved and things are flowing to have BYU AI students work on Family Search related projects. So it's been really fun and exciting doing that. Just some work samples. So as I mentioned with regards to the BYU I party, this was a journey map I helped create, and also various individuals in my team also helped put feedback into this, so that way we could design this experience. So I also made a couple other tree building, or sorry, I also made a couple other different journey maps, but this was the main one from the internship. Here's a photo from our big, huge BYU party. It was a big success. We had at least 250 people at the party, a lot of interactions. I even conducted a survey, and I'll address that a little bit later as well. This was another instructional video that I created for Proyecto Mexico. That way, we could train our volunteers that came on how to do tree building so they would know how to help individuals um, that came to the experience and help them also participate in that family search experience. So with this, I also had the opportunity to create various proposals throughout the internship. So this was one that I made. The idea is to have a little tailgate set up and interact with BYU football fans or members of the church and get them to hopefully go and interact with fans of the opposing team and invite them to um, participate and use Family Search. So that was the idea behind this, and this is in the works too. So it's really exciting. This was something else that me and my team worked on, and I worked on this specific point, was coming up with a bunch of different FHE activities that surround Family Search and family history. And so the one that I kind of designed was a PowerPoint night and in a way to like show how kind of funny and goofy your family is in a FHE setting and lining out those instructions. And so all of us did different things, and we made kind of a big PDF document that we've been trying to share with more young adult groups, so that way they could use it for FHE activities. So next thing, this is something I'm still actively working on, and it's a community tree building project plan. In short, with what we did at BYU Idaho, we're trying to expand that and to um, increase our reach and our impact over the entirety of working with young adults, specifically all across Utah, and hopefully we'll just keep expanding to more and more members of the church. But this is just kind of a general project plan. I'm still working on it, but you can see the timeline I've created over on the right using Lucid Spark. It's been great. Come up with a POV statement and identify the scope and things like that. So specific with what I've accomplished, I'll just highlight a couple things, even though I've done I've accomplished a lot with this internship. But one of the biggest things I would say was the survey that I pushed to have at the Proyecto Mexico event up at BYU Idaho. And the reason why I really push this is because I love using Qualtrics and using survey data so that way we can learn from our experiences and ultimately improve them. And so with this, I conducted the survey. It was kind of tough. Not a whole lot of people really responded to it. Out of the 250, we had about 22 solid responses, and then another 10 or so started the survey but didn't finish it. But we were able to get a lot of key feedback. One of the things that surprised me was the fact that one of the workers that was not from Family Search, but one of the people that helped put on events up at BYU Idaho, scanned the QR code that we presented in front of everybody and took the survey. I can't be sure, but due to some context clues, I'm pretty sure I know who the individual was answering those things. But it was a highlight. It highlighted for me the importance of needing to design not only the customer experience but the employee experience. So that was a big insight. And then there are a couple other different things, but I really enjoyed doing that and using those Qualtrics survey development skills I had previously learned about in my EXDM classes. So but I would say what I am most proud of is the AI project that I've been working on. Originally, I was kind of skeptical to how successful it was going to be because I'm just an intern. I've only been working for Family Search for a couple months. And to be frank, reaching out to these professionals at BYU and at Family Search that are really skilled in AI is intimidating. I do like AI a lot. I think it's the future, but I'm not super tech savvy in that field. So even though I've been facilitating this, I've kind of felt inadequate in a lot of ways. But the ball has been rolling and things are moving forward. And thankfully, we are going to have two projects that will be completed by the students as we keep moving forward. It's going to be a kind of a 2 semester length project. So there's two of these. And as they work on this, I'm going to do my best as long as I'm in my internship to keep tabs on this, to help with communication, and to keep things moving forward. Particularly, we're working with facial recognition as well as deduplicating similar memories in the memories page if you're familiar with the Family Search software. But really exciting stuff. And I'm proud of myself that I was able to help facilitate these projects, and the collaboration efforts that have been happening. So I would say the three biggest things that I learned in my internship, and this refers to the top right photos, just one is the importance of empathy. Conducting that survey, again, just really helped me connect with and to better understand the experience that students were having at that event, as well as the experience that the workers were having there. So it's just really important to consider empathy from a variety of different viewpoints. Obviously, we can develop personas to try and generalize, but at the end of the day, it's important to try and do our best to customize experience and look at every experience from the eyes of every individual customer or participant. The second thing is honestly just the power of AI. I expressed interest in AI and looking for ways that we could use it. And so I've really enjoyed listening to podcasts, looking at how-to videos, completing LinkedIn learning courses with regards to AI. So that way I could find ways that we could implement it into our work. So I used it personally through helping write a little summary report for a different project we were working on. As well, obviously, I've been using it with the big collaboration AI project, so that way I could follow conversations that were happening as the professors and AI professionals at Family Search were discussing these projects. So that's been really exciting, and I hope to continue to develop those skills and look for more and more ways I can apply artificial intelligence to experience design. And lastly, and most importantly, represented by that bottom right photo, is I've developed a lot of confidence in this. Whether it was at the BYU Idaho event with explaining how to use SourceLinker, how we were doing tree building, or whether it's been with the AI project or anything else, even just interacting with professionals, I've developed a lot of confidence. And for me, I'm usually a pretty shy and timid guy. And so developing confidence has always been really tough for me. But I feel like the professionals and my team at Family Search really empowered me to develop skills and to be more confident than I have been before. What was most challenging? I would say communication throughout was the most challenging. One, because I was timid, and two, just being remote is always it's always hard just communicating with people and getting the ball rolling. That was hard at some points working with the AI project, but it still is going well, and I've been able to work through hurdles, even though communication has been difficult sometimes. So yeah. One thing I would change about my internship, and this is not necessarily how it's structured, but something that I would do different, is I had a goal to focus more on developing my professional speech and those skills. And it was really difficult to find time to do that during my internship to like formally sit down and do that specifically because I was so busy working on all these other projects. So the one thing I would change would to be to just take more time to work on practicing speaking professionally instead of using more colloquial or slang language. Even though we largely worked with young adults, I know as a professional, I need to develop the skill of speaking professionally if I want to progress. So future plans, thankfully, I was offered to continue working with Family Search all the way through till December, and then I'm going to graduate. And then after that, I hope to hopefully get a salary type job offer, go work somewhere, well, here in Utah for 2 years, and then hopefully, whether it's 2 years or 4 years working, I'll be able to get into a prestigious MBA program. I'm hoping for Duke University, but we'll see where I end up. So, evaluation of Family Search, it was fantastic. Honestly, I had done a smaller internship before this at a different company, and it kind of felt like a stereotype internship where I wasn't really given a whole lot of impactful things to work on. So it was really different working with this. I felt like I was given a lot of power to do and try really anything that I wanted to. That could be seen in the AI project with this event that we put on. It was largely pushed by me and the other interns that were in this group. So I'd highly recommend this internship for other EXDM students coming along, just because you'll be pushed to think creatively, to think innovatively, and to use your skills like journey mapping, like uh, using the experiential marketing tactics through events and things like that. So would totally recommend. My recommendations for improving the internship requirements would boil down to maybe just providing a little bit more flexibility with regards to assignments. The reason why I say that is because, for example, I applied um, Qualtrics survey data and using survey data and building a survey to my internship. And that was something I learned in my EXDM classes, but I didn't specifically get credit for that. So I just wonder if there is a way that assignments could be altered so that way if we identify just some random aspect of EXDM that we specifically learned and get it approved, maybe that could count as one of those 3 out of 5 assignments or 3 out of 6, however many of those general assignments there were. But apart from that, I had a positive experience, and the assignments that were assigned were fruitful for me. They pushed me to consider things differently and to truly think deeply and look for ways to apply what I learned about EXDM. So, thank you for your time, and yeah, appreciate it.